Okay, here goes nothing. The first live stream. Um, Recording with OBS, live streaming to YouTube, and the purpose of this is to just capture what I'm doing while I'm writing code in the evenings. Currently, I'm working on this website, Iron Jimmy. It's an e-commerce website, Gatsby on the front end, Shopify on the back end, and just gonna try to make some progress on camera. Hopefully, I don't show any private keys or anything like that. If I do, don't bother. I'll just reset them. So, what are we working on tonight? What we're trying to work on is this list of things here. Let's see. This is kind of what I have left to do. It's most of the Shopify integration. So I think selected variant is a thing that we need to work on. So selected variant. For instance, when I press add to cart, I need to know what to add to the cart. So I need to take all the options, like the weight and the color selection, and what the tag says, and use that to create to identify the variant ID and then add it to the cart. So let's check the code. Too small. Okay, here we go. This is on a product page. It's on the sleeves page, and right now I have a hard-coded variant ID. So this needs to be dynamic. I'm using React hooks. So how do I iterate through the options? You know what? Let's just start out by logging what our page context is giving us. So we're just going to log out page context dot product. Then we'll see what we've got. Okay, description, handle, images, options. There we go. So options, weight and color. See, options is what we need to iterate over to generate this stuff. So let's do that. Instead of getting fancy with all these colors, let's iterate over the options. See, look, we're doing that here. If is color and is not default. Oh, right. I had to add that stupid stuff in there. No, let's go ahead and get rid of this color thing. That was a method I wrote down here to determine if the product option was a color, and then I was going to display that custom stuff here. We can add that back in later. So right now, yeah, there we go. Sweet. So there was all the colors, the weights and the colors. So based off this, we need to determine the variant. Minimize OBS, there we go. I use OBS to record. I tried out XSplit. No, I tried out Split Stream OBS, and it was just too much crap in there for me, so I just stuck with OBS. Okay, so we're looking specifically at the options. We're iterating the options. It's printing to the screen. So now anytime an option changes, use a form. So anytime an option changes, we probably got to do something. Field was a field. Style component div labeled input. Does field have an on change? On change. This shouldn't be handle submit. This should really be on submit. Where did I put that? Okay. Great. So let's make an on change method. We'll take the event in. I always like arrow functions. Oh yeah, because we're using hooks, everything is a function component. So let's see. On change. Let's just log a message and see if it actually fires on the field. Yeah, now it's defined. Okay, so what if we on change? Hey, look, it works. But then can we grab the value from it? So let's log the event as well. Okay, synthetic event, on change, target, null. Interesting. Usually it's what, like event dot target dot value, but that'll be a bunch of nothing. Oh, what? Let's log everything. Event.target. Refresh the page. So if I change this, here's the event. It says target is null. Dot target. Dot value. So I guess it works. Great. So we'll just use that. Okay, so what does this mean? What do we store this in state? So let's make a new state called like form. What does this take as its defaults? An object. Which defaults to what? Probably the first one in each array, so. Now I thought the Shopify JS by SDK had something. Yeah, it was this thing in product helpers called variant for options. The product to find the variant on. Must include variants. an object containing, oh great, okay, so this doesn't make a web request. Awesome. So variant for options, we have to import that. Use my shortcut, so from Shopify buy import variant from options, variant for options. Is declared, but its value is never used. Okay, great. So that's the one. What other, have I used Shopify buy in here at all? Import client. No, that's it. Okay. Oh, that's on the client. Client.product. Okay. So I can't just call it. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try. So, okay, back up. I need to be tracking. That's the selected variant, but I also need to be tracking the options. In state. What do options default to? I mean, I don't know what's smarter. The first. Let's restart. I don't know what's smarter, to use the options thing here and grab the first value out of the array, or just literally grab the first variant and use those options. 15G clear water. What's next? 15G pink? I don't know. 15G pink, so it iterates that way. I would assume grabbing the first variant's the way to go, so use state would. Let's make sure we're getting the right thing. So let's log out. Page context dot product dot variants 0. Oh, that's going to be a problem for things without variants. Well, let's roll with it now. Let's see what we have there. Great, dot selected options. That's an array. What does this take? An object containing the options for the variant. Like that. Oh, come on. They don't make it easy on you, do they? Okay, so then the initial state is going to be this. Let's move this up because we need to get this higher in the tree here. We'll do this first thing so we have access to the variables better. So let's say like initial options, just so we have this, is Let's log out options to see what we have. Options, okay. Name and values. So we need to reduce this array of these two items. And so this takes what? That function with an accumulator and current. And we're just going to initialize the return to an empty object. So let's log both things so I know what's going on and return the accumulated. Get those logs out of there, we don't need them. Okay, so it's iterating over this. Accumulator, here's current. Accumulator current, perfect. So what we need to do is set the accumulator we'll set a name and a value. So the name is going to equal accumulator dot name dot, let's do a 2 lowercase on it. No, leave it exactly as is so it can match. And the value is going to equal accumulator dot value. Everything is undefined because it's not accumulator, it's current. So now we have the current name and value. There they are. Weight, color, values. But guess what? We only want the first one. We know it's going to be an array, right? So we only want the first one. There's the name, there's the value, there's the name, there's the value. Perfect. And then what we need to do is set accumulator and use this fancy syntax here. I can't remember what the deal is. Accumulator name equal to value. And that should do it. So when we're all done with this, we should be able to log initial options and have what we need. Yes. That's awesome. Okay. Can we simplify this code? Options.reduce accumulator and current value. Not really. I could put it into a function, but okay. So there it is. We have our options. And then this would be the selected variant, which obviously needs to change. Let's just be pedantic here and say yeah, because actually this makes sense. The initial variant is going to be the first variant in the list, variance 0. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So now we need to do something when something changes. So if any of those form values change, what do we do? Oh, crap. She added all these extra little fields here, though. Client wants all these extra special, like, custom fields. And I don't really know how to handle that. So for right now, they're gone. So we just have the options. Okay. So when an option changes, what do? We need to somehow we need to like map options to variant, which is essentially this call right here. So let's see if I can even call this method. Probably not, but it takes two. Doink. It takes two. Oh, this yelling at me. Duplicate decoration options. Yeah. Okay. Selected options. Yeah, I don't know. The name's too long for my liking, but whatever. How's that? Okay, better. Okay. So we're trying to call this method map the options to the variant. Here's the helper method we can use. So what do we got? Product and options. So when this changes, we need to take product, page context dot product. Maybe we do this const product is equal to page context, so that way we can reference just that if we need to, and then now we've got just product there. That works out better. Now it all fits on one line. Don't think I broke anything else. So product and selected options. So this will return what? A variant? Returns the variant corresponding to the options given. So let's just log it out and see if we get anything. I have a feeling this isn't even going to work. We'll need to use the actual Shopify client to call this on. So here we go, back to our Jimmy. We're going to, right, we just have these options now. Let's change it, doink. Object is not a function, right, of course. So this means this needs to be in scope of the Shopify client. So my Shopify client exists in this helpers file. Excuse me, taking a drink. Yeah, this is where I need to be careful. All my secret stuff is in here, the access tokens and stuff, but that's okay. Stick them in environment variables so that they're abstracted. They sit in these files that I should not open on stream. Okay, so see, this is the client right here. So this needs to be in scope. So then I guess I can make a method here. It's called variant for options. What do I want to call it? Like get variant, find variant. Get variant by options. Why not just get variant? Should be fine. And so what does this take in? It takes in exactly what the other one took in. So product and options. And that should do it. Client is in scope, so let's just console log give variant. Maybe log the product we got in, log the options we got in. And then let's make the call. So import client from Shopify by, oh no, everything is off of client. Shopify.checkout. Yeah, so we should be able to go Shopify.product. Look at this, variant for options. And we'll just pass in product and options. It'll return variant. We'll log the variant and return the whole variant. Once this is done, I'll probably just return the ID. So we need to import get variant from Shopify. So that's gone. I'm already using add to cart here, so I can use get variant. Okay, so not get variant for options, but get variant. And that should do it. Let's not log it there. This will be like update state, right? So this will be something like set variant, I think is what I called it. Yep. To what is something like variant.id, whatever the heck it is. So I'm already logging the variant here. No need to mess with that anymore. Let's refresh and try. So on change, I'm calling get variant. What? Great, there's the product. Those are my options, yep. But Shopify.product.variant for options is not a function. Say what? Why? Product helpers. How do you call it? Client.product.variant for options. .product.variant for options. Let's try this one more time. Shopify dot product. It's a product resource. It's a product and a shop. That makes sense, right? That's what the product resource. Looks like it is a checkout resource too, right? So I should be able to say checkout, yeah. Yeah, checkout collection, product, shop. So we want product, and what's here? So this should have a bunch of methods. Variant for options. Product is a client.product. This all looks fine to me. I don't know what's going on. Can't find variant for options on that page. Namespace product helpers. Does it make a difference? I don't. Variant for options is not a function. I am calling get variant. Well, time to go to Google. Hey, look at this. Variant. 4, no. Let's see. I bet you the docs are probably old. Look at this. Yup, January 30, 2018. The only product helper that's currently necessary is this. And what do you know? There's another name there. It says which is documented here. Please yeah, but it's documented incorrectly, right? So let's try. Thank you, Mina Smart from Toronto. A bunch of the other streamers I watch are from Toronto. So let's try that. Okay, so not product dot helpers dot variant for options. This looks even, whoa. It worked there. So there's product, there's options. Maybe it works this time. I didn't think it was going to autocomplete. Holy shit. It worked. Oh yeah, look, hadn't even paid attention to the live stream. I need to get in the habit of doing that. It says we have one person watching right now that's sick. It's like probably myself or something. If you're out there, say hello. Okay, this worked. This is bad. I need to make a pull request for these docs to fix this. JS by SDK product helpers.html. Yeah, you betcha. Okay, let's finish this piece, and then I will do that pull request tonight. So what did we find out? Shopify product helpers. We're good to go. It makes me want to look at the source code. I might be getting distracted, but there's the bias. Where's the GitHub page? JS by SDK. Here we go. So, I don't know, source. Product helpers, maybe. Export default. So, the variant for options is the default export. So, where's this getting imported? Product resource, product helpers, right? Product helpers. Product resource extends resource. Git helpers. See, that would seem to put it right there. Maybe they reference it somewhere else. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. Namespace product helpers. What? Yeah, okay. No, that's different. Product helpers test. See, look, the way they import it here is directly from product helpers. These are just all the docs. Product resource. Docs. Who cares? Docs. Okay. Well, is this the only one that's imported like that? Like, what about, okay, product, there's only one helper. Let's say the image helpers, right? Look at this, client.image.helpers. Yeah, so the docs are wrong. Yes, one of my goals this year is to have more open source contributions. So you can actually read all my goals this year right here. New Year's resolutions. And if you look here in coding, open source. So I made a documentation change as well to style components, and so I want to keep contributing as much as possible. I think my goal was like 3. Yeah, at least 3 other contributions throughout the year. I know it's not a lot, but I didn't know how many things I would stumble across, but this is very valuable, I think. I mean, I wasted time on it, so I'll do it here in a sec. Total sidetrack, but I wanted to see. By the way, that was my blog, so I will link it in chat for anybody interested. Okay, so back to coding. This is great. We have our variant ID. Do I want to return the entire variant? Yeah. Yeah, because then over here in sleeves, in my on change, I will just fix it. So let's log the variant right here to see what we actually get back. On change, there we go. Here's the variant, and I believe it's a Shopify ID that we're looking for. So we're going to update state with that, right? We're going to update state with the Shopify ID of the variant. And then return. That's all we want to do. On change. So, okay, it looks like everything's working. So how do we actually check that this is working? We look for our component. I think it's sleeves template. Yeah. So sleeves template should have in its state. Oh, hooks. Yeah, there we go. So I'm using React hooks, and so it looks like the dev tools actually support this. I might actually have to. Ooh. Dracula's pretty dope. What about One Dark? It's my favorite. It doesn't look very good. Half-Life. And that's kind of gross too. Dracula's sick. Okay. Yeah, so look at this. We've got hooks integration. Oh, but not the names. How do I say update Chrome plugins? I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna pull this off screen. How do I access Chrome plugins? Chrome settings content. How to manually update? Chrome extensions. There we go. Yeah, I know there's extensions. Okay. I know there's been a lot of updates to the React DevTools lately, but it looks like you can't see state. Only props. That's okay, they're in order, right? That was a requirement for hooks to be in order. We can't even see the object? That sucks. Okay, well, whatever. We just know that this should change. Oh my god, refresh the page. I don't know what was happening with that highlight. Sleeve template. Hey. Oh man, did I stick the whole variant in there? No. Oh, I know why. The initial variant, we grab the entire thing instead of the Shopify ID. So we'll reload the page, grab the sleeve template. There we go. And then we'll change it. Is it changing? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's log the variant that we're doing here. We don't even know if this stupid method is working, right? Are these even different? I have no idea. No, they look the same. They are literally exactly the same shit. Why? How do I know if this is working? How do I know if this is working? Well, we log the variance, I guess. So here we go. There are 19 variants, and this is our initial selection. 15 kg in clear water. 15 kg clear water. Z2L, whatever. Literally exactly the same. Okay. So let's change it. The second variant is what? 15 kg pink. And it's not working. Oh, I know why it's not working. I'm never updating the options when something changes. This is a state change. Oh. Oh, I understand. So in hooks, are state changes deferred? This will make a difference here. Use state method not... Yeah, right. Much like set state, the state update using the updated provider is also asynchronous, right? So we can't rely on this. Yeah. So we use effect. This makes sense. Okay, so what we need to focus on here is on changes actually setting the options. I never actually did that. So we need to make a call to set options. We're going to take the existing options and then modify what is the event.target.name? Something like name value, right? So that way we can update those options. Names not coming through. Probably because I didn't put names on my forms. Select, yeah. Let me look this up. I can't remember. HTML select name. I don't like W3 schools. Let's find MDN. The above example shows typical select usage. Let's give it an ID attribute and a name attribute. Show me an example. Select name. There we go. So that makes sense. And that's just going to be set to the option name, which is right here. Deconstructed into name. So now this should have a value here. Refresh the page and make a change. It has a name. So we're going to grab the name and the value from event.target. I could even get fancy here, man. Blah. And deconstruct this and say target. And now we get, I don't think it's as readable. Always pass in the whole event. Maybe we'll need more information from it one day. So on change, grab the name and the value. Let's just log those. And we'll start there. What's that? That's me farting around. Okay. We'll quit logging variance. Okay. Making a change. There's a name. There's a value. Great. Yeah, so these aren't changing still because we haven't actually made the call. I think this should work. Set options. We take it, so hooks doesn't do a merge for us. We have to do it ourselves. So this is grabbing the initial value and we're only updating the thing that we care about. Really clean code actually. So we don't need to do any of this stuff yet. That'll all happen in an effect when selected options changes. Oh, dude, and that is not options. That is selected options. Yeah, so on change, this is the only thing that's going to happen. We're going to update the selected options. But then in an effect, that's when any change in this value will trigger. Any change in that value will trigger the variant to update. Yes. I gotta watch where I'm putting my hooks. They seem to be all over. Well, I only got, what, use state? 2 hooks? Yeah, I haven't had use effect yet. Changes the way you think about things. Okay, this is all fine and dandy, but let's look at our actual data. What the fuck happened? Everything went bad. Sleeve template. Here we go. Why is this not changing? Z2LK. It's the first letters. See, now everything freaked out. Maximum call stack. Chains that's torn around. What the hell? Fucking helmet. I was battling with this the other day. Okay, I guess it's time to comment out that I had a meta component that was using helmet in my layout, and for some reason, it constantly freaks get rid of that. Okay, again, we were watching our sleeve template. I'm going to change that to pink. How do I expand this? React Dev Tools hooks state object. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Hook support, right? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Hook. Not the hooks I'm thinking of. Well, how do we find out? You know, how do we find what does that even return actually? Set state return. Let's go to the documentation, see what it says. It doesn't say what it returns. Well, we can figure it out. Something, I don't know what it is. And let's log something. Undefined. Nice. I don't even really know how, like, if it worked. So it's asynchronous. React Dev Tools hooks state. Start there. Non-primitive state pieces are not inspectable. Look at that. Inspectable. Support hooks. I thought they already supported hooks. References issue on January 20, just a couple days ago. Yeah. This is it. Well, yeah, duh. I think this is the answer we were waiting for. FYI, experimental added this ability. Great. So it should be coming out soon. Early demo of the new... Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Can we install this? I don't know. Oh, this dude posted this on Twitter the other day. Okay, so I think the answer is sit tight. So then here's what we're going to do. We're going to write the use effect and then put this in the use effect and see if it works. So let's import use effect. And from there, what we need to do is watch these selected options and update the variant based on those options. So I just want to double check, what were the rules of hooks? React hooks. No. The rules of hooks, here we go. Don't call hooks inside loops, conditions, or nested functions. Okay, that's fine. Only call hook from React functions. Yeah. I seriously need to get on this situation, the ESLint plugin for React hooks. I actually have a kind of a to-do to update my entire ESLint to include Prettier inside of there, as well as ESLint plugin React and plugin React hooks. Because what this is going to do is enable me to like publish it as an NPM module, and then I can just install it anywhere. Okay, that's all explanation. Great. So, only call them at the top level. That's fine. Use effect. I better pull up the documentation. Use effect. Yep. Okay. So this one's really cool. I believe this is an array of things to watch. So the only thing we care about is selected options. Anytime that changes, we call use effect. Use effect is nothing, just a function. So let's just do this. Let's just log selected options. Basically what this is going to do, we're going to see selected options change here every time use effect is called. Okay, so okay, sweet. But look, use effect fired once when the component was rendered. Now let's change it to pink. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, in use effect, we want to run this code. We want to grab the variant based on the options. And we want to log the variant. I'm starting to feel the superpowers of hooks. Okay, yes, this was our initial ID. Let's go to the next one. There we go, it changed. Y50A IZNA. Let's do it again. Oh my god, yeah. That's great. So let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about any of this stuff. We got what we needed. Yeah, let's continue to log the ID. And go ahead and set the variant. Yeah, okay. Restart, restart, restart. Okay, that's the initial ID. There's a second. There's a third. Okay, they're all different. Great. So then what we also need to be able to check out is the sleeve template. Is this changing as well? Uh-huh. Look at that. Yeah. Cool. So let's change it to clear water. Look at that. Y50A. Pink. This was the NA one. NA. Yes. Okay. This is working. I suppose I could make this some kind of crazy custom hook that has a better name, but for now I'll leave it. So we have our state wave use effect. Great. Can we get away? Yeah, let's not set. Shopify ID. Let's not set the initial variable. Let our effect take care of it. We'll see if it still works. Yeah, we don't need this. There we go. Yeah. Great, we didn't need that at all. Now, initial options, I think we still need, we have to capture initial options when the form initially loads. So we're going to leave that. I never realized how much talking constantly would dry out your mouth. Water, water, water. Okay. Everything's looking good so far. This component's kind of long though, like this whole section is long. So, on form submit, we are adding variant cart, right? And on change, we are updating the options. And I just want to move this up. Like anything that we're just calculating, I'm going to get that out of here, up to the top. These are just like random things we're doing with the input, the page context. After that, here is our hooks. Then after that, here is our methods. So then add to cart is going to start working here. Let's check that out. Why is that printing twice? Shopify JS 16. Initialize cart. Probably in layout. Yeah. It's a big problem. I am I am pulling the card information every single time. Uh, Layout renders, which is like essentially on every page. That's bad. Okay, so I can close an issue. Yay! Selected variant is now done. Let's close it the nice way. Anything we need to clean up first. I'll review changes like this. What have I done? Oh, updated packages. You know, I'm still in active development, so I'm happy to do this kind of stuff right now. NPM outdated. Plus, like everything's still getting updated for hooks too. Between React DevTools and Chrome and like Gatsby and all the Gatsby source plugins, hooks are still like being supported actively. I just got a new keyboard in today, Black Widow, Razer Black Widow. My old one died. I had it for like 7 years. And Razer actually was troubleshooting with me and had me install the firmware update and bricked it. So just got a brand new one today, and I'm ecstatic to have it back. I tried a Corsair K70 for a little bit. Did not like it at all. There was something about the key presses that like seemed super deep. Here it is. Oh, that's the red one. You gotta have like the fancy, yeah, Mark II. Yeah, so this is the one I had. I tried cherry reds first and then cherry browns, and there's something about this keyboard that I do not like. See, if you check out this image here, see how the keys are like literally raised up off of the keyboard? Couldn't stand it. It made the key presses feel like super deep and super mushy. So like as your finger was coming off of them, it felt way too long. So it slowed down my typing speeds. Anyways, Razer Black Widow Ultimate, love it. Black Widow Ultimate. This is what they sent me for free after they bricked my previous one. This one has a new feature. It's like actually water resistant. Pretty cool. One of the things I actually don't like about it though is it doesn't have a braided cable anymore, and that probably has something to do with the water resistance. Like they coat it in plastic so that, you know, hey, if you spill stuff on it, it's not going to soak into the braided cable. So it kind of quote unquote like feels cheaper that way, but I'm sure it's all in the name of this water resistance. Alrighty, so let's close this out. I believe it's done, so we'll review all of our commits. Oh no, we had outdated packages. So let's YOLO update it. They're all minor versions. It should be good. Oh look, Shopify buy actually had an update to 2.1. I really want to know what went into it. So let's see. 66 releases. There's 2.1. 2 commits to master since this tag. Added support for checkout, shipping address. Docs. Oh, no, let's not do this. I want to compare from the previous release. places. But that's okay. I was viewing it at Master earlier anyways, when the docks were bad, so. Okay, does it still run? I always blow away cache in public just to make sure I have a clean build. You know what I never did when I started this stream? Tweeted it. Does that work? Yes. Okay, does it still run? Emojis, man. You always gotta use emojis. I don't know. Need something that looks like deer in headlights. Coding live was difficult. Astonished. Oh, that's the same thing. Forgot to tweet it out, but I'm live on YouTube right now. Watch me code. But I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Watch me code live. Not the... YouTube.com, Brad Garrity live. I guess this always takes you to like the latest stream. Oh, that... Actually, I don't want that URL. I want this URL because it's prettier. Let's see. I always like look up my previous tweets to see what I posted, like what kind of hashtags I did. Stream, live stream, YouTube, YouTube live. Look at that. There we go. I'm gonna put a coding emoji. Whoa. Stupid. Stream, live stream. Watch me code live. Great, cool. Tweet it out. Oh, no, I don't like it. I forgot learn in public. That's a good tag. There we go. Yeah, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'll drop a link in chat. Try to post a lot of coding stuff. Yeah, this is nice. I like this whole streaming situation. Okay, so I was in the process of committing this code. Look, it compiled. Does it run? We were going to try out sleeves, some particular sleeve. Seriously, it gets the cart every time. This is bad. It's real bad. We need to be checking state here. So let's just grab the initial one. I think it was like a Y50A, yep. Then the next one, I think it was NA something, yeah. So everything is changing the way it should. Great. All right, committing code. Get that out of there. So package lock, what do we have? Updating packages. Yep, that's it. It's good. Always commit your lock files. Layout, removing meta. This caused, so the package helmet is causing a maximum call stack size issue. It re-renders itself too many times. So I need to find a new way to handle meta tags. So that's fine, I'll commit it. Sleeves. What do we got? Tons of changes in this file. Let's look at the Shopify file first. Yep, we are doing our Git variant. This is what I'm going to add to the Shopify docs tonight. Exporting it here, that's good. Okay, sleeves, a ton of changes here. Pulling in our new helper method, using use state and use effect. Simplifying, whoops. Simplifying this a lot. Moving all of our constants up top. Grabbing initial options from the first. No, we're assembling that from the options. Then we're setting up our hooks. We've got our selected options hook for state and our variant in state. And then an effect to change the variant based on the options. And I actually think like these lines here could probably be combined into a custom hook. I don't call it like a use variant or something. And it would take the selected options as an input. But that's okay, we can do that later. On submit now works better, right? Because it adds the proper variant. And then on change, this is actually a surprisingly simple function. We just grabbed the name and value from the select, which we provided the name on, and gave that field an on change. I love that. So this probably would not have worked in regular HTML, but because of React, this is a synthetic event. I didn't have to put the event here on the select. I could put it on the custom field component that I defined. Okay, yeah, change the naming here on submit. And then what else did I do? Removed the is color thing and took out the custom fields. That I got to add back in later. I really want to get the functionality of Shopify down this week, so I can show my client. So that looks good. Go back to changes. We'll add that. All right. So what do we do? So we updated packages. We removed meta tags. That makes me real mad. Helmet's like an unsupported package. It's terrible. What did we do in layout? No, just remove meta. And then basically we just, on the sleeves page, we really did a ton of stuff. Used hooks to track options, and variant. This issue that I'm using to track selected variant number 10 closes number 10. That should do it. Push. Does it only close in master? GitHub auto close issues. Closing issues using keywords. What do we got? Yeah. When the pull request is merged into your repository's default branch, which is master, which I can't put anything on master because that's what the actual website is running. This is master, and it's just temporary. So that's cool. I'll just go ahead and close it manually. So what is next up on my list? I was using projects to manage a bunch of stuff, and I really liked it. You know what I need to do? Just like literally take all of these, grab that milestone, make it 1.0. Oh, whoops, add 1.0. Yeah, they're all milestone 1.0. Oh yeah, it wasn't projects, it was milestones. So then I can actually order this. So what's next? What I really need is like add to cart next. Then I need to build the entire cart view, and then I can worry about removing from cart. I really want to get my logo on there. No, product images is important too. Yep. This is probably bad, but I put mobile stuff at the end here, which is not good. Okay, this is good for now. That's basically tonight's work. So what else do I need to do? I need to update these docs for sure. So let's see. How do I figure out like who owns this, who maintains this? I mean, this guy merged something. Contributing, sweet. Don't update documentation. What? No. Why? Okay, well then I'm just going to start by filing an issue. And I might try to make the change anyway so that they'll have it in the queue. So product helpers. It's right here. Add product helper to return variant based on options. Hey, look at that. All right, so let's just make a new issue. What's the deal? Variant for options. Documentation incorrect. Product helper variant for options. Documentation example is incorrect. Well, this looks pretty similar. Always searching. Okay, see people. What are the answers? Okay. Nothing big. I'll keep going here and opening it. Let's make sure I read all the contributing. Okay, yeah. Fork. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is probably not interesting to watch me do. A lot of just filling out forms and stuff like that. But this was my first live stream. I thought it went pretty decent, so we'll see how the recording sounds at the end of this. This is going to go public. But thanks for watching. I pretty much code every night between like 9 p.m. and midnight Central Time. So if you guys want to keep checking back in the evenings and watching me work on this website, Iron Jimmy, feel free. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.